All right, guys, welcome again to our unique devotion. Do this a little bit different today. All right. um, I'm so tired. Like, my body's awake. I've already been up doing things, but my mind is just not quite there. I thought, you know what? Instead of waiting for my mind to get awake, I'm just going to sit down here. I'm going to hammer into some scripture, do a little devotional time, and start to kind of force my mind to think a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. Today is 1 Corinthians chapter 9. We're still in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. I'm going to read verse 3 through 12. And then, excuse me, I have a statement instead of a question today, but there's some question involved in it. So let me hop right in. We are in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 3 through 12. And this is still a continuation of a pattern of self-denial, which was the previous heading. So here we go. My defense to those who examine me is this: do we have no right to eat and drink? Do we have no right to take along a believing wife, as do also the other apostles, the brothers of the Lord, and Cephas? Or is it only Barabbas and I who have no right to refrain from working? Whoever goes to war at his own expense, who plants a vineyard and does not eat of its fruit, or who tends a flock and does not drink of the milk of the flock? Do I say these things as a mere man? Or does not the law say the same also? For it is written in the law of Moses, you shall not muzzle an ox while it treads out the grain. Is it oxen God is concerned about? Or does he say it altogether for our sakes? For our sakes, no doubt, this is written, that he who plows should plow in hope, and he who threshes in hope should be a partaker of his hope. If we have sown spiritual things for you, is it a great thing if we reap your material things? If others are partakers of this right over you, are we not even more? Hope now, then thrive in it. In the last video, it was talked about behavior. The church was kind of pointing out some of the apostles' behavior, and he's sort of getting back at saying, where is your grounding? Like, where is your behavior? You're talking about my behavior. And we talked about what is your behavior, what is your actions going through the day. So if you think about that, what's your behavior, what are your actions, how are you hoping? See, I told you there's a little bit of a question there. Are you actually hoping? Are you hoping in something? Have you placed your hope in something? And not just like all willy-nilly praying and saying, boy, I really hope that so-and-so wins the Super Bowl. Not that kind of hope, but deep down, like maybe you're not feeling well. You have an illness or just a cold. Or for me, my hands are dry because it's cold right now, and I work in the cold, so my hands are always dry. I hope that they don't stay this way. Are there things physically that you want to put your hope in? Your finances. Do you hope? How do you hope in your finances? Do you just hope that your paycheck comes in next week? Or do you really place it into God's hands, into his hope, something a little more substantial, something more powerful? Is there anything in your life? I just talked about health and finances, but what about love? Where is your hope in love? I'm sure that you personally have a few things that you could come up with that you're working through in life, you're struggling with, or you are overcoming and you have overcome. Maybe there's just some simple little things that are going on in your life that you want to that you place your hope in. You place your faith and your hope in. So you're hoping now. But now here's the add-in that they're kind of putting here in Scripture. Then thrive in it. Reap the rewards. He talks about when the farmer goes out and plows the field, does he not partake of the fruit of his labor? He doesn't just sell it all and have nothing to eat. He hopes into the field, and then he reaps the reward of that hope. There's like almost like a two-parter here. You start the action of hoping, and then you live in it. You start finding ways and paying attention to how God is opening that hope to you and thriving in it. And the more that you grasp into that hope, the more that you really try to put that and see that in action in your life, the stronger it becomes, like a snowball rolling down the hill. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The more you hope, the more you thrive in it. The more you hope, the more you thrive in it. Faith is the same. When you have faith, faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain. But in a kind of conceptual way, the more that you enact in faith, the more that you put your faith in God, the more that you test faith and live in faith, the easier it becomes to grasp that mustard seed. So like a snowball effect, faith becomes easier and easier and easier and easier and easier. Just like hope. Hope becomes easier and easier and easier and bigger and bigger and bigger. But the size of a mustard seed. Hope you're kind of understanding that. So hope now, then thrive in it. Test that out, because while you're having your behavior and you're living through your actions throughout the day, hope is in on that. And then thrive in it. Just thrive in it. I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's important. These just even beyond the words, but really grasping what's going on here. So, hope now, then thrive in it. And where are you going in life? That's your direction. While you're thinking about, well, where am I going in life? You're at this now time, you're thinking of your behaviors and your actions, and you're thinking about what you can hope in and what to thrive in, maybe even how to thrive. Like maybe you've done a lot of hoping in your life, but you've never actually like thrived in it. You've never taken that extra step and really like moved into the hope, which could be a challenge. But like I said, if you kind of grasp it just a tiny little bit, you've already got it, but now the more you do it, the more it snowballs. All right, I'm back again. So where are you going in life? While you're thinking of that, behavior and your actions, hope now, and thrive in it. All right. So on that note, I hope that God gives you all the blessings you deserve, and I know that He's giving you all the blessings that you don't deserve. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, share this on all your social media. This is kind of fun. I'm kind of laughing at myself because I'm really on a roll. I could probably spend another 20 minutes talking about hope, faith, and love and action. But you guys are smart. You're intelligent. I know that you're full of God and grace, love and compassion. And even if you're new to this, you're starting to get that understanding. You're hungry for that understanding. You're looking. And so this is for you to build that connection with God, you and God, not for me to just give a bunch of answers that you make no connection to. So there that is. Peace out, guys. Love you. See you next time. Have a wonderful day.